Hello, welcome everybody to the stream. We are here for the ATL EU amateur match between PsiX Yankees versus, I'm gonna say INAE. I don't know exactly how to pronounce it, so I'm just gonna say INAE. But yeah, we're here for the week 8 match. I am your caster Snoopy, and I'll be bringing you these games to ya. So far we have our first set being played on Fracture. And it looks like both players are ready. So we are gonna head straight into this game. And here we go. It's gonna be the ice match. No, not match. Map. The ice map, where things are frozen like Niduses and ice cream. Speaking of ice cream, I actually want some ice cream right now. But anyhow, we have here spawning at the top left of the corner of the map is the red Zerg player representing INAE. It is Cisco. No, Ciso. My apologies for mispronouncing his name, but anyhow, at the bottom right corner of the map, we have our Teal Protoss representing Psionic Aftermath. It is Mr. Mr. Evilly. Alright, we have a PVZ on this map. And here we will see that looks like Ciso is going to go ahead and just go for a hatchery opening here. Mr. Evilly is going to go ahead and scout this right away. But in the meantime, let's see what happens if actually Ciso is going to actually go for a quick third hatch, but instead going to go for the gas into pool. So normal opening, and Mr. Evilly is going to scout that. Going to give him the confirmation that he is okay to just go ahead and expand, throw down the Nexus, and going to be fuel safe. No aggression coming. No Zergling out on the map for our Zerg player here. Now, if you don't know the format of this team league, it is going to be a best of 5 with an ace. Pro League style, so each player plays one game, and if by the end of the fourth game it is tied 2-2, then both teams can actually go ahead and choose whoever player they want to send as their ace player to play the ace match, and that will determine the score or the final result. Looks like we have some people in the stream already tuning in. Hey Miguel, hey Lord Terrence. They're looks like they're rooting for Mr. Evilly to take this one out, but it looks like Mr. Evilly gonna throw down a Stargate. Stargate, one of the more common openings, of course, for Protoss. No surprise there. And Ciso, with a nice probe snipe, will allow him to go ahead and freely take down the dirt base. Now he's actually taking down the dirt base at the bottom of the natural instead of the more right side towards the top. Now it is protected by a little rock area, but as you can see, there is opening just right at the bottom of it. Now I have not actually had enough data to confirm whether it is better to take this base or the base right here. But I think it's fine either way. Should be fine. Looks like the first Oracle is coming out for Mr. Evilly, and it will be scouted by Ciso. Yep, he scouts the Stargate, so he knows what's up. He should throw down some Spore Crawlers.
Carrier has arrived.
Oh, looks like we have a follow by XPYM. Thank you for the follow, man. Appreciate it. That's awesome. Now it looks like we have the Oracle flying across the map. Will we see any Spore Calls yet? Does not look like any Spore Colors are thrown down. Oh, actually, the main is actually really undefended here. Unfortunately for him, Mr. Evilly. Unfortunately for Mr. Evilly, he's going down through the bottom. And does he sees this? Looks like he is gonna not be able to defend against this. He will have to lose some drones. Let's see how. Oh, miscontrolled by Mr. Evilly, and losing the Oracle there. Man, you cannot have asked for a better position for a Protoss where there is no Spore Crawlers. Your Oracle is right there, and you miss control, and you get absolutely just only one drone here. Very, very unfortunate for Mr. Evilly. Very missed opportunity there. Could have gotten like 6, 7, 8 drones there if he wanted it. But now Spore Crawlers are up. Siso is going to be well defended against the Orko. But instead, it looks like he's actually transitioning into a charge lot pressure here. I don't think it's all in because there's only 4 gateways. No, actually, yeah, 4 gateways. So just only maybe some. Oh no, actually he's adding more gateways. So this might actually be an all-in if it looks like it. Let's see. He is still mining gas. That's probably for the Archons. 6 gateways. I don't know if that's all in. That's semi all in. I think 8 gateways will be like more all in. So probably we'll see a third Nexus. Yep, looks like third Nexus will be thrown down by Mr. Evilly here. Now across the map, Siso is already preparing 22 Lings on the way. He saw the War Prism, I suppose. I think so, while the Lings were harassing. But look at this. The Queens are already... Oh my god. If he takes down this War Prism, that's going to be super bad for Mr. Evilly. Because that will take away his only way of harass and a way of pressure right now. Looks like the Lings are actually actually going across the map. We'll do some pressure on this third. I don't think this will take down the third. There's an Oracle and there's enough Adepts, so he should be fine. Now let's look at the state of the game. 53 to 52 workers for Siso. Probably wants a bit more drones there. +1/+1 is on the way. Bane speed is on the way. There is no other tech besides Ling and Banelings for our Zerg player. Oh, Baxter with the tier 1 sub. Thank you. Oh wait, actually, what? Snoopy just subscribed? Oh no, what? Oh, he gifted me a sub to the channel. Oh man, thank you, Baxter. I appreciate it. Wow, that's so generous of you, man. Thank you, man. That means I can actually use the little Sharky custom emote that the Psionic Aftermath channel provides to you. So that's awesome. Oh, nice Stasis Wars coming out from Mr. Everly, trapping some Lings here. That's a good amount of Lings. And Siso will have to go ahead and back out. Not be able to pressure the Protoss player. Now, what happened to the War Prism actually? War Prism actually came back to the home base. Oh, nice wall by Mr. Evilly. He will be able to block the Zerglings here. Actually committing a bit too much to this. Might actually lose all the Lings here. Lose the majority of them. Not the best trade for our Zerg player. Now our Zerg player, he's actually taking the 4th all the way at the bottom. I like this. You know, he's going for the, I guess, the left side, the entire left side. And this is kind of well defended. There is a rock area, so if the Protoss pushes in, there is a concave that the Zerg can set up. Now this, gotta commend our Zerg player on our little creep spread we got going here at the top, at the middle, and a little bit not quite there yet in the bottom, but it looks like Mr. Evilly will be attacking through the top area. Now let's see how this engagement goes. There's a nice, good concave being set up. Oh, this War Prism nearly getting taken out. But here we go. The Zerg player is going to go ahead and get the engagement going down. A lot of the Archons taking the Bane damage here. There's so much Archons, and all the Banelings all of a sudden is gone. 5 Archons still alive for for our Zerg player. I mean, for our Protoss player. There is 28 Lings on the way, and this is going to be pretty scary push. Mr. Evilly still got those 5 Archons and a bunch of Zealots, and they're going into the natural, getting on top of the Queen's area. All the Lings are a little bit stuck behind the Hydralisk. And oh my god, so much splash damage by the Archons. More Charge are coming in, and all the Natural is getting ravaged, and it is the Protoss swarming the swarm. Mr. Evilly will take the first game, the first set of this best of 5 match. So well done by Mr. Evilly here. Xenodactyl asking, how did Snoopy sub while casting? It seems like Baxter Baxter gifted me the sub, so really generous of him. Thank you, Baxter, once again. And yeah, I am now a subscriber of this channel. If you guys want to use the emote, I'll actually go ahead and throw down a little Sharky emote there so you can see. That's what you get with the subscription to the Psionic Aftermath channel. And this is the September month, so you can actually continue the gifted sub for $1. So that's a pretty good deal there. But anyhow, we have our next set, which will be on, let's see, Cerulean Fall. Okay, so I guess I'm the one creating now. Oh wait, actually, let's go ahead and use the WCS game heart. Alright, so let's go ahead and get our next players in. Who is playing for INAE? Look like Satik. Alright, as we wait for Satik to come in, we'll go ahead and sip a bit of water. Alright, Baxter, being the Santa Claus that he is, gifting more subs to Sushi. And gifting actually two more gift subs. Oh wait, they're given 2 gift subs in the channel. Nice. So Sushi gonna go ahead and be another subscriber. Alright, so Cerulean Fall, and this is gonna be one of the newer maps for this season. I actually like it. I think most people like it. I don't see most people, you know, vetoing it or anything, but let's see if the players are ready or not. As soon as the players are confirmed to be ready, then we will start this game. Thank you all for tuning in. So far, we have 16 viewers, it seems, on the stream. Oh my god, Baxter with another sub to Quarkus, giving all 3 subs to me, Sushi, and Quartus. Thank you again, once again, Baxter. That's awesome. That is pretty awesome, man. And again, all these subscription goes towards Psionic Aftermath to help with different prize pool for, like, you know, the MVP Cup or different events like show matches. Goes back all into the team, so it's pretty cool. All right, let's go ahead and update the score. So far, currently 1-0 in favor of Psionic Aftermath, and here we go. At the top right corner of the map, we have our orange Terran player representing Psionic Aftermath is none other than Terran Lord. And here at the bottom left corner of the map, it is the Zerg player representing the pink trunks. It is from INAE. It is PsiX. Alright, we have a Zerg versus Terran matchup here, and I don't know about you guys, but I love Zerg versus Terrans. I mean, they're usually, you know, fast paced, a lot of action across the map, and I just love the engagements. Very micro intensive, especially you've seen this a lot of times. Ling Bingling versus Terran player, the Terran Bio, and they gotta do the splits and even drops. You know, there's a lot of APM and micro that is needed in this matchup. But anyhow, it looks like Terran Lord gonna go ahead to the safe side and just go ahead and send a SAV scout. He will scout the natural being thrown down by PsiX. And looks like PsiX also being a little safe, maybe scouting across his natural, but instead actually, wow, going for the really quick third base. Now, will we see if did Terran Lord see that while scouting? He might have been macroing back at home and then scout the little drone coming out of the natural. And it does not look like he will be rallying to the third, so he will not actually scout this. But I think he can maybe see a little bit by just based on the pool and the gas. Maybe he can assume so, but it doesn't look like he actually will scout that third base. And that third base is going to be really good for PsiX because it will allow him to actually macro up, get more Laras for more drones. But the downside to that is he will be vulnerable in the early game. He won't have a lot of units. He won't have a lot of tech going on. Not a lot of upgrades. And Baxter, wow, giving another sub to XPYM. So that is the 4th sub by Baxter. Wow, man, appreciate it. I'm sure all these people that you're gifting is also appreciative and thankful for the sub too as well. Now, in the meantime, looks like Terran Lord going for the factory into Hellion. Yep, he will be switching that factory to the barracks, looking to get some Hellions, I suppose. Let's see, Hellions. Yep, 2 Hellions on the way. With the tech lab on the barracks, it seems like he's gonna be going for that starport tech lab. Maybe going for some Ravens, even some Banshees. That's possible. And this Overlord, will this Overlord scout this? I don't know if this Marine can take it down before he scouts it. I think, yeah, he will scout this before dying and going down. So really great scout by PsiX. And he will see everything that the Terran player is going for. This should give him ample time to prepare for the defense. Now, scouting it is one thing, but the executing the defense is another thing. So we'll see if PsiX can actually defend against this. He is already throwing down some spore crawlers, which is pretty nice. I think that's a bit early because I think Cloak takes a bit of time to research, so you don't actually really need the spore crawlers that early. But he's gonna go just be extra safe here. It is gonna be Cloak Banshees as there is Cloak on the way, but instead he actually elected to get the Vikings first to at least kill off the Overlords, which is nice. That allow him to go from each side of with the Banshee and be undetected. But again, there are spore crawlers on the way already thrown down by PsiX, so he will be prepared for this. All right, so Hellions gonna go ahead and poke in 6 Hellions. No, that's actually 5 Hellions. No, 6 Hellions rather. Oh, it looks like PsiX doesn't have enough defense. Will evacuate his drones. I like this. He knows that he doesn't have enough units to defend. Speed was just finished, so he didn't have enough to defend against that. But now he does have speed. 20 more lings on the way. I think he should be able to clean it, but this is such a good position by Terran Lord though. Oh, but gets the surround. Oh, that's not really good for Terran Lord. Oh, we'll be losing all these. Oh, another surround. All these helmets going down. Well, great surround by PsiX here. We'll be able to get all the Hellions, and that is tough for Terran Lord because now he has no defense against these speedlings. So his dirt base is actually going to take a while to get thrown down. He's already transitioned into tanks, so he's actually not making more Hellions. He will have to produce a bit more Marines before he can actually move out with the dirt base and establish that. But in the meantime, knowing that he cleaned up all the Hellions, he is going to drone up and get ahead, way ahead in workers. Currently, he's around 50 to, yeah, actually 54 as we speak. Wow, jumping up to 57 to 42 workers. Now the Terran got the mules, but I don't know that they're that good to make up that much of a difference. Oh, actually, Terran Lord now establishing his dirt base. But at the meantime, PsiX is also establishing his fourth base rather quickly as well. And PsiX is just relying on Ling right now. Does he have anything besides Lings? Looks like he's actually thrown down a Dirt Evil Chamber, Spore Collar. Actually, no other tech buildings for PsiX, so he's just relying on Lings. Doesn't even have Banelings at the very least, so we'll see what tech he throws down as soon as his lair is done. Actually, his lair is pretty late, I think. That's probably why he hasn't thrown down any other structures like roaches or hydras or even mutas. Aspire to actually Spire would be nice to take down these banshees, but in the meantime, looks like PsiX will be throwing down some links at the dirt base of the Terran, but will not be able to get much done as there are 2 established and siege tanks, a bunch of Marines as well, so he's pretty good against these Lings attacks. But on the other side, it doesn't look like he has much answer for these Banshees. As these Banshees getting a few links, he can actually maybe take down this hatchery, but I think he might have enough queens to defend against this. Oh, actually, you know what? With no detection here, he might actually have enough to. Oh, actually, the Overseer just coming just in time. But does he have enough to kill these 2 Banshees? These Banshees are doing a lot of damage to this fourth. If he's not careful enough, he might actually take this dirt down. But instead, he's actually retargeting it into the queen. So 1 queen going down. Oh my god, this dirt might actually go down. At least he's gonna weaken it to the point where he can actually do a follow-up attack and take it down. And oh my god. Well, this Banshee barely survives. Oh, barely survives with 14 life. Ooh, he will see another day. He will get to fight another battle. And Terran Lord gonna throw down his fourth. And actually, I love this. He knows that the hatchery is pretty damaged, so he's gonna go ahead and do a little drop there and just probably sniped off the dirt base and just run away. Right now, PsiX has absolutely no I guess defense against that. Only a bunch of lings, but he can Terran Lord can micro against that. He hasn't morphed the Banelings in yet. Baneling speed has not finished yet. Quite not done. There's around 25%. And oh man, actually did allow the Zerg to get the surround on his bow force, so he will not be able to take down this third quite yet. And here we have the Spire going down for PsiX. He's actually thrown down the Spire right after the Hydralisk Den, so he will be maybe making some surprise mutas later on, or maybe he's just going into looking to get into Greater Spire. We shall see. Looks like I like this Overlord spread by PsiX, allowing him, and also the Lings at the other bases will allow him to get information about the Terran player, if he's dropping or if he's expanding. And looks like Infestation Pit thrown down by PsiX, so he will be going to Hive pretty soon. In the meantime, Terran Lord just macroing up. He was behind a bit in the workers. Has closed down a bit in terms of the worker count, 64 to 76. Oh, almost got that. So far, so good for PsiX. I mean, he hasn't suffered too much damage from these drop harasses by Terran Lord. Terran Lord unsuccessful with the drop at the 4th of the Zerg. He is going to go ahead and, wow, look at that. Look at that army there. That is a pretty scary army. We have currently 9 tanks in that composition there. And look at the army supply. 128 for Terran Lord, 98 for PsiX here. And this 4th, I think, will be going down. I think our Zerg player might have got a bit greedy here. Did not actually make enough army to defend against this. And that 4th is going to go down. And we have actually a wraparound here by the Zerg player. Coming from the high ground here. Oh, but these tanks are doing so much blast damage. Ah, my god. All these banelings blowing up on the tanks instead of the Marines. And a really great engagement by Terran Lord. Cleans up the majority of these the Zerg R forces. And Terran Lord looking to go into the natural and probably take that down. Banelings on the way for the Zerg player for PsiX, but I don't think this is enough Banelings to defend against this. Oh my god, this is such a great siege positioning by Terran Lord. Positioning between the natural and the dirt, so any reinforcement is going to be really awkward for PsiX unless he actually micros it correctly and gets us around. But oh man, throwing that entire force away, and I think Terran Lord is going to take this as he is going to go ahead into the natural and probably, yep, GG for PsiX. And so well done by Terran Lord with that great engagement. And that's impressive after suffering that Hellion loss in the beginning. I thought he was a bit behind, but Terran Lord with a great engagement there. And also, he did really well with the Banshees. I mean, he didn't really get a lot of workers killed, but he did take down that 4th base to quite a low life and force him to make a lot of defenses as well. But yeah, Terran Lord, I think maybe just had the better macro at that point. Let's see. Workers active. Actually, PsiX did pretty well in terms of the work count. Resources, though, I think was pretty okay. This spike there a little bit for PsiX. But anyhow, let's go ahead into our 3rd set, which will be on acid plants. All right, let's go ahead and invite our players here. Oh, looks like War Buff is actually in the I'm gonna actually pass down the lobby host to him. All right. Looks like War Buff actually had to do a VOD review for his Overwatch team. That's why he was late. Oh my god. If only there was a little banhammer emo in the Twitch chat, right? We could all spam that right now. All right, looks like what's going on in the Twitch chat? Looks like Bastard said, I cheer for Lord of Terrans, but man, I love seeing Hellions get wrecked. You know what? I actually had to agree with you. As a Zerg player, part-time Zerg player on the side, I love when my Lings get to surround at the Hellions. It's just like a really great feeling. It's kind of one of those situations where, you know, it's like, let's see, how should I explain this? It's kind of like when the opponent is going for mutas, he scouts it, you scout it, but he doesn't know that you scouted it, so you like make a bunch of phoenixes really early on, and then when he comes in with the mutas, he's like, aha, I gotcha. You know, because you know, mutas and Hellions, they can be a little bit annoying with their quick speed and poking in and out. And when you catch them, it's just like a sigh of relief, like just a really great feeling. Lord Return says, I wouldn't say well played. I was off on everything that game. You know what? I think the early game wasn't panned out as well as you have wanted it, but I think later on as the game progressed, I think you did really well. I mean, like, your macro was exceptional. You built up that really scary Terran force that really kind of, I think, with that great engagement, just basically won the game. So great macro in terms of, you know, making your army, and I think the upgrades were pretty even as well. So I wouldn't be so hard on yourself, Lord of Terrans. You did pretty good, I would say. I mean, you definitely got the second wins for Psionic Aftermath. So Psionic Aftermath only one game away from winning this series. INAE will have to make a reverse all kill in order to win this. So they got their work cut out for them, but it's possible. I've seen it happen before, so I wouldn't underestimate INAE at this point. Alright, looks like we have our third game already started. It is going to be on Acid Plat once again, and thank you all for tuning in, watching in. Currently having, let's see, 20 viewers. Welcome all. Appreciate the support, and hope you guys enjoy the game so far. Currently, I think both games have been pretty good. Hopefully, this third game will be exceptional as well. And Acid Plant, one of those maps that I feel we have a lot of good games on, a lot of macro games. I think just because of the map positioning, or the map layout rather. Not a lot of cheeses on this maps. Maybe some timing attacks, but I don't see any like fast rushes, and I don't expect any fast rushes, especially in Zerg versus oh, actually, as I say that, looks like a SCV is going out. But anyhow, let's go ahead and update the score 2-0, and let's go ahead and introduce our players. At the bottom right corner of the map, here's the blue Terran. Representing Psionic Aftermath, it is Drop the Miss. And spawning at the top left of the corner of the map, it is the yellow Zerg player representing INAE. It is Ryuzaki. I had to double check there for a sec. And as I said in the beginning, there was a little SCV sent out really quickly, and look at what we have here. We have a double Rax, and if I predict correctly, this might be a Marine push, because actually I don't see any gas being thrown down yet. So this is definitely a double Rax Marine push. Will we see him throw down a third or even fourth Rax though? That's the question here. And the Overlord does not scout this, as you can see, completely missed the scouting position. And that second Overlord actually went to the bottom left side, so this is going to be a pretty surprise attack. And Ryuzaki actually went for the hatch first, so this can actually do a lot of damage. But as we can see, as we've seen before in other games, you could defend against this by just pulling drones and buying time for your links to come out. But looks like Drop the Miss gonna go in. Oh, he was actually going for the third hatch. Oh man, actually if a drop the miss actually attacked a bit later, he could have waited for the Zerg to throw down his third hatch, but looks like drop the miss throwing down the bunker and drones already being pulled. 10 links on the way. And the Zerg getting a good surround so far, getting a bunch of Marines. Oh my god. Wow, that was actually pretty good. Oh, get the last SCV. So we'll not be able to get that bunker down. And so far, well defended by Ryuzaki there. And yeah, that third drone unfortunately kind of gave away, dropped the misses little cheese there. So he was about Ryuzaki didn't had enough minerals instead of that third base, that third hash. He had enough minerals to get some more links. So unfortunate for drop the miss. Gotta give the slight edge to Ryuzaki definitely, but drop the miss is still not completely out of this game. I mean, he does have his second on the way. He won't die to this Ling harass yet. He just needs to actually repair, and then he should be still fine. Oh, Ling speed actually finishes. But again, drop the miss will be safe, you know, at his wall. He just needs to repair. And all these Lings gonna be useless. I mean, right now workers are kind of even, especially since that earlier attack. You would expect the Zerg to be a bit ahead. So I think drop the miss still okay, in okay position. I mean, he didn't completely commit to it. He only went for 2 barracks, not 4 barracks or anything, like even 5 barracks. He only went for 2, so it was not too all in. I think it was like semi all in. Miguel is asking who's casting. It is your friendly neighborhood puppy dog. It is Snoopy casting. And this barracks flowing around for drop them is going to allow him to scout that there is no fast lair. He shouldn't be expecting any fast mutas or a big roach push. So I think he should be fine, or at least feel fine. Drop them is going to go ahead and expand to his natural, feeling pretty safe. Got the Hellions, got the 1 Marine. If Ryuzaki actually attacked with all his forces, he might actually be, drop them is actually might have to lift off his natural, but instead he's gonna go ahead and just macro up. 8 drones on the way, lair on the way. Drop the miss as well, getting his Hellions. Oh, actually double Hellions. Will we see that? Yep, army on the way. So we're actually gonna see that Hellbat timing push. But looks like Ryuzaki is gonna go ahead and scout this with the Overlord. Nice scouting timing. This should allow Ryuzaki to get the necessary defense. Maybe get some extra queens. Maybe throw down the Roach Warren. Maybe even some spine crawlers. Instead, Ryuzaki has elected to go for the Roach Warren and does go for the wall off. So, and Ryuzaki actually nice creep spread early on. He's already got his natural and third already connected by creep. And I love this. Every time when you have one of those maps that you get the that has the long distance between the natural and the third, I always love it when the Zerg immediately connects the creep to the third, allows them to defend much better. You know, if the attack is at the third, the queens can go ahead and walk over to the third rather quickly. And so this should provide Ryuzaki the setup and the tools necessary for him to defend against this big Hellbat push. Actually dropped the miss mixing in with some Cyclones, so this is going to be pretty deadly. And drop the miss. He's already got his armory already finished. Actually might actually wait for the +1 before attacking. So and he's also got his dirt already being made. So let's look at the positioning of both players. I mean, both players just kind of setting their stuff up for the mid game, even maybe to the late game as well. Ryuzaki going for the Baneling speed, and let's see what upgrade do they have. We don't have any upgrades on the way for drop the miss, but we do have +1 +1 1 1 Oh no, actually that's a Overlord speed, I think. Is that Overlord speed? Yeah, that's Overlord speed. Oh no, wait, actually that's Overlord speed. We do have +1/1 for the Zerg player getting his roach speed. So everybody in this game just getting their upgrades and kind of setting up themselves. Now Droptim is gonna go ahead and work on these rocks. This will allow a faster pathway to the Zerg player, but at the same time, it does allow the Zerg player faster pathway to your base as well. So it's a double-edged sword sometimes, but it looks like Droptimus wants to go ahead and attack. Nice snipe on the queen out in the middle of nowhere, trying to spread the creep. Oh, actually, the scan misses the 3 creeps tumor here at the top here. But Droptimus going in for that attack. Will he have enough? He has a bunch of cyclones though. Nice surround by the Zerg player. Gonna get the complete surround, but there's a lot of cyclones. Oh my god, there's a lot of cyclones. Will he have enough roaches? Oh my god. These cyclones just evaporates these roaches. Now, if you don't know, cyclones actually do extra damage to armor units, so these cyclones does do extra damage to roaches. But the roaches also does a lot of damage as well, and with the reinforcement does clean up that big push, and all of a sudden Droptimus is reset in terms of his army. He has a 15 army supply, which is really measly to the 42 of the Zerg player. The good thing is that he got some creep spread taken out here, but again he missed those 3 creep tumor, and there we go, already spreading those creep tumors. And that's going to allow him to get to Droptimus's base much quicker. And again, the rocks were taken down. So if he wanted to, he can actually go ahead and attack right now. But instead, he is going to go for the infestation pit. Going to go into hive tech. And actually getting the roach burrow speed. Wait, is that? Yeah, roach burrow speed. Oh, actually, no, that's not roach burrow speed. What is that? Oh, that's Hydralis, right? Hydralis speed. He's getting his Hydralis speed as well as his Hydralis range. And he's actually throwing down the Spire behind that as well. And yeah, just Ryuzaki is getting more ahead after being ahead. So following the Artosis saying, or the phrase, you know, when you're ahead, get more ahead. All right, so looks like Hive on the way for Ryuzaki. That will unlock the Greater Spire tech, even maybe the Ultralist tech. But I gotta say, this creep spread is getting a bit out of control. It's kind of spreading at the bottom, at the mid, starting to spread to the bottom as well. Sooner or later, this creep spread is actually going to reach Droptimus's base. Now, Droptimus with the Money Scout gonna see the Hive being morphed in, and that should kind of allow him to predict what the timing is in terms of his the Brood Lords and Ultralists. And it's already time for him to switch over to the Viking tech, maybe throw down an extra starport as well, which he is about to maybe do in just a sec. But in the meantime, he's getting doors, so 3 doors on the way. Going for that mech build. I love it when we go for mech in a TVZ here, because it kind of provides some really nice games. Kind of, you gotta watch out for the positioning, watch out for the engagements, and also the unit composition as well. All right, so Droptimus, knowing that the Greater Spire might be on the way, is gonna go ahead and do an attack, but there is another surround by the Zerg player going from the back, and will be able to get these tanks. He does got Ravager, so he can actually throw down some Corrosive Biles, which he does. Oh, missed a bit there, but I think he got more than enough to clean this army force up. And yep, Ryuzaki cleans that up with no problem. And in the meantime, Greater Spire is finishing right here. So this is going to be a scary time for Droptimus. Pretty soon there might be some Spire going, some Brood Lords going up as well, and actually is going to be pretty close here, as Droptimus doesn't really have much. He only has 2 doors and a little Hellbat. And he just might straight up die here. This third definitely gonna go down. He did not scout the fourth base, I don't think. So he does not know to attack there, but I think killing that third, and as a mech player, you want to have as much bases because you need the gases to produce all those tech army, like the tanks and the doors. But Ryuzaki looking like he's just gonna straight up push into the natural and just kill all these tanks. SCVs being pulled, and I think this might be the comeback that INAE needed to survive in this best of 5 series. A big risk there by Drotimus going for that 2 ranks marine push, but in the end it did not work out. Great defense by Ryuzaki. And yep, he's going to go swarm into the main base, and we're just waiting for that GG by Drotimus. He probably doesn't want to GG out quite yet because he does have that little 4th base, but just too much by the Zerg player. And Ryuzaki will take the first point for INAE to make the score 2-1. Still in favor of Psionic Aftermath, but leading that comeback. So we're gonna go into our 4th set here. We're gonna be all the players for both teams are gonna be able to play in the series, so that's pretty nice. That's pretty sweet. And we're gonna wait for War Buff to go ahead and make the next map. Next map will be on Lost and Found. So so if you lost a key or you lost your wallet, tune into the next game because you can go to the Lost and Found and find your missing items. Alright, looks like War Buff actually thought I was setting up the lobby, but just letting him know that I thought he was. So yep, he's gonna go ahead and create the lobby. As soon as we got the players into the lobby and confirmed ready, we will get started on this 4th game. But so far, currently, again, 2-1 is the scoreboard in favor of Psionic Aftermath. So they just need one more win to close out the series. INAE needs one more win to push it to an ace match. So we'll see how this next game goes. Alright, looks like we have a good amount of PsiX players in the Twitch chat, but looks like we also have some INAE players coming in as well. So welcome all to the stream. In the meantime, as we have this downtime, just like to say, feel free to follow us on our Twitch channel here. We run a lot of different events, different clan wars, different show matches, different in-house tournaments. So we usually stream or cast multiple events throughout the week. So in order to get notified when we go live, you can just follow us on our Twitch channel. We actually have 890 followers currently. Would be really nice to hit that 900, and then hoping we hit that 1K. That would be sweet. Hitting 1K followers. That'll be pretty awesome. But we still need to get to that 900 followers first before we get to 1K. And again, the state of the ATL standings right now. We're currently playing our 8th week. There's a total of 9 weeks. However, PsiX Yankees does get a walkover win for their 9th week because I think the other clan got forfeited or I don't know, just gave a walkover win to us. So I'm guessing that clan kind of dropped out of the team league or didn't show up. Yeah, it looks like they're 0-9. So this is essentially PsiX Yankees last week of play in terms of the regular season, and then we'll head into the playoffs or get prepared for it. Let's go ahead and update the score. Currently 2-1. All right, here we go. At the bottom left corner of the map, we have our TO Protoss. Representing Psionic Aftermath, it is Xenodor. Here at the top left, top right corner of the map, it is the red Zerg player. Representing INAE, it is Ramzeski. I'll just call him Ram. That should be much easier. Ooh, we have a little cheer. One cheer from Mr. Evilly saying, Xeno, take a bit of power. So, oh, sorry for if you hear some little banging noises at the background. Hopefully, it's not too loud. Looks like the upstairs apartment is actually making some construction work or something. Oh, this is unfortunate. We have our last match and all this background noise. Hopefully it's not too loud though. But anyhow, we have a little bit of a cannon rush coming out for Xenodor. He's your friendly neighborhood cannon rusher, so going to what he knows best. But Ramsey just finding out as he just sees this. But it's going to be a bit too late because the first cannon is already popped up. Oh, actually, he's not in range of the other cannon, so he will have to cancel that. But he can remake that. The second cannon will be going up, so that should be fine. And this is in range of the hatchery, so Ramsey going to have a difficult time actually defending against this. He might actually want to just sack this base, as it looks like he's going to go ahead and evacuate all his drones. So Xenodor smartly to actually taking the gas of the Zerg. So what you can do is you cannon rush. If you know you got the cannon rush down, you can take down the one of the gas and actually prevent him from going for tech much faster, or at least delay it. And so right now Ramsey is a little bit kind of in shock, as he's just got cannon rush in the best of 5 series at the 4th match, and this I don't know if he can actually hold on. He's got roaches, the roach warren on up and running, but he's actually not making a lot of roach. Actually, yeah, he's got little gas because the second gas did get delayed. So this second gas delay is gonna really help out Xenodor, and he's getting actually some 4 drones already. Wow, 6 drones in total, and this you cannot have asked for a better start for Xenodor at this point. You got the hatch, you delayed the tech with the gas seal, and then you get some extra drones with the Zealot. I mean, that's as good as it gets. And Xenodor might actually want to start throwing down a Nexus or some tech building, because right now he's actually got just some cannons and 1 gateway. And oh, actually this roach push might actually clean up the whole cannon contain here, and Xenodor might have actually underestimated the force of the Zerg player. Does not actually have enough cannons to defend against this. Oh man, this is actually going to be pretty close. Actually, 1 Stalker on the way, just come out just in time. But he needs to defend this with more cannons, more shield batteries, because he's throwing down all his tech building. Look at this, two more gateways and actually 1 more gateway and a robo. So this is a base area. This is all his tech structure. If he loses this, he's going to be kind of behind, despite the early win for him, the early advantage that he's gotten so far. And Xenodor, oh, gotta cancel that cannon. Alright. Actually, oh, do we have an Artosis pylon here? Oh no, actually he's got another pylon at the back. So he should be fine. Ooh, committing a lot to that pylon. I'm not sure if that's the best thing, best idea. Okay, so Xenodor, I think he should be able to stabilize at this point. He's got his second shield battery. He got the second cannon already established. Maybe a bit more shield battery would be nice. But what do we have for the Zerg? Oh, Zerg player actually did not ever take his second gas. He's kind of all in at this point. Look at this: 12 drones to 23 workers of the Xeno. Oh, actually 100 bits from Pitfall. Stinky cheese emote. Yep, we got the cheese going here for Xenodor, and it's actually working pretty well so far. He's got the mortar, and oh, Ramsky is not even going to try. He's going to go ahead and GG out of here. Xenodor is going to take the fourth game, no, the third game rather, for PsiX Aftermath. So we will end this clan war or clan match, the ATL match, 3-1. This is the final score. And yeah, congrats to PsiX Aftermath for securing the win. Good fight for INAE. Hopefully, I guess they're gonna bounce back for the next week. But yeah, this concludes the week 8 ATL match between PsiX Aftermath and INAE. Hope you guys enjoy the matches. Let's see what's going on. One last look at the clan chat. All the salt. Let's see. Yep, looks like we have a lot of cheers going for Xeno as well. Xeno, congrats to Xeno taking that last win. If you guys haven't yet, again, feel free to follow us. And yeah, this concludes our match. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Tuesday or Wednesday or Monday, wherever you are. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. And remember, guys, if StarCraft is your game, then awesome is your name.